Hello and welcome to SA Today. I'm Chris Luther. Tonight, Allie Curtis will be here for her weekly address, and later she'll join our roundtable along with Vice President Duane Ford. We're going to discuss Student Association recruitment efforts to involve the campus. Finally, our reporter Leslie King updates us on yesterday's SA meeting. We begin, as always, with your campus headlines. University Union will announce the headliner for this year's Block Party, Sunday at 10 p.m. Block Party is the highly anticipated annual concert that takes place after Mayfest in the Carrier Dome. Mayfest and Block Party will be held on April 26th. The son of Queen of Southern Cooking, Bobby Dean, is in Syracuse for American Diabetes Association Alert Day. He will demonstrate how to cook a healthy meal for people who have type 2 diabetes. When his mother, Paula Dean, announced she had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes last year, Bobby began making healthier versions of his mother's recipes. The presentation began about a half hour ago at the Sheridan, and guests will be able to ask Bobby Dean questions afterwards, so if you hurry, you might be able to make it. You may hear students around campus complaining about printing costs. 4 cents a page doesn't seem like much, but it can add up. Many students, including myself, run out of their allotted printing money before the year or semester is over. The Student Association is working with ITS to raise the printing quota and ease the burden on student wallets. Lacrosse has always been an important sport in upstate New York, but some work from 15 sports management students is putting the sport on the spotlight. The students have created a documentary on the origin of lacrosse, narrated by high-profile alum Mike Tirico. The documentary, entitled America's First Sport, is the centerpiece in a symposium sponsored by the Falk and Newhouse schools on the role of lacrosse in Central New York. It was created in a class called The History of Sport. This was the first semester the class was offered, and it will now be offered every semester following. The movie is set to premiere on April 22nd. And now we welcome in Student Association President Allie Curtis for her weekly campus address. Allie, good evening.
Good evening, Chris. As always, it's great to be here. Really running off the momentum from last night's fantastic meeting with our recruitment efforts. We actually elected several new members to join the Student Association in Newhouse, Arts and Sciences, Education, and ESF, as well as the University Senate. So there'll be more about recruitment in the future of this presentation tonight, but very excited about our new members and the issues they brought forth, especially concerning the issues surrounding advising in arts and sciences and other academic home colleges, as well as diversity on campus. These are clearly hot topics, and they keep coming to the forefront of our conversation within student associations, so hopefully we'll be able to find a way to effectively alleviate these issues on campus with the new leadership that has come into our organization. I'm also working on some exciting legislation for an issue that I've wanted to take on for quite some time, so I'll have some updates on that next week, but I think it's something that all of the students on this campus can really get behind, as well as the Student Association. And in the coming week, I'll be traveling to Washington, D.C. with the Board of Trustees. Very excited about this meeting and getting to spend some good time with the trustees and the Chancellor. And speaking of which, Chancellor Canner will actually be attending our SA meeting on the 22nd of April, as well as Eric Spina. So it's great to have the two of them to come. To have the Chancellor and the Provost at one of our meetings is an awesome experience for students to come and hear more about what they have to say.
Well, Allie, it's always great to hear from you. Safe travels going to Washington, D.C. Don't go away, because you'll be back on the show. Still to come on SA Today, Leslie King will join us with the latest from the Student Association meeting, including details about the election of new assembly members. Don't go away.
That's slow and blue like it's Seriously.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Last night, the Student Association elected 2 new members to its assembly and also elected student representatives to the University Senate. With more details, we have SA Beat reporter Leslie King with our meeting report. Leslie, good evening.
Good evening, Chris. Last night's SA meeting elected new members to the association and voted on the long-awaited Omnibus Demerit Reform Act. First, the association elected Jasmine Jillian to represent the School of Education, Demetrios Costas and Nia Chanel Bowles to the College of Arts and Sciences, Dominic Delaney to represent ESF, and Jahoon Han to represent Newhouse. Niall Harding and Sawyer Crisat to join the University Senate, and newly elected School of Education representative Jasmine Jillian talked to us about what she hopes to accomplish as a representative.
My main goal is for the students of the School of Education to know that I'm there for them and that any concern is never too small, any opinion.
The Finance Board announced last night that 2 of its members resigned due to time commitments, leaving only 5 board members and 5 seats available. Also at last night's meeting, the Assembly approved of the Omnibus Demerit Reform Act that was presented the week before spring break. This act will allow board members to issue demerits to elected representatives who do not attend meetings to better hold Assembly members accountable. And during last night's meeting, the Assembly had to decide on 1 candidate to represent the School of Education. The School of Education consisted the election last night between a sophomore majors Jasmine Jillian and Jania Howard. The Assembly debated qualifications for each candidate multiple times and brought in both candidates for questioning together and individually before voting Jasmine into office.
Being mixed with all types of races and nationalities and religion already gave me that pre-exposure to the diversity in which I faced here. However, teaching styles differed a lot back in Chicago, and we had teachers who got to know you more on a personal level.
The meeting concluded with congratulations to all of the newly elected members and President Allie Curtis reminding the Assembly that she will head to Washington, D.C. very soon for with the Board of Trustees to meet, and any students who have suggestions to send them to her as soon as possible.
Now, Leslie, the Finance Board had some changes this week, and the Finance Board obviously pretty important to the Student Association. So what exactly happened there?
Well, 2 members did end up resigning due to time conflicts. The Finance Board is obviously a very crucial part of the Student Association, and so those 2 students leaving obviously is going to have a very big impact on that board. See, the Student Association Finance Board does issue a lot of money every single year, the budget to different clubs who ask for certain amounts from the Student Association, and they have to move up on a tier system.
So quickly, do these spots open up now?
Yes, students could run, and they would obviously be voted on by the Assembly to fill these spots. There are 5 spots left now.
Leslie, thank you very much. Now, coming up, Allie Curtis and Duane Ford will be back to discuss the SA recruitment on our roundtable. Stay with us. You're watching SA Today.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. I'll teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Have Allie, Curtis, and Duane Ford, the Vice President, who joins us for our SA Roundtable. And tonight we'll discuss the recruitment efforts that SA is doing to entice students to join the organization. So welcome, you guys. And what events do you guys hold to get people involved in Student Association?
Well, interestingly enough, you bring that up. With all of the new recruitment for students coming into the university next year, there are tabling events going on in the Dome throughout the month of April. So SA always goes enthusiastically, sets up a table, and sends a bunch of our members over there to talk to new students and implement the idea that joining student government is a great way to get involved right off the bat coming into this university. I know it did wonders for both Duane and myself when we joined our freshman year, and it's a crucial time to get students involved and interested in what we do. So that's our biggest recruitment effort right there for students coming in. Of course, we're going to lose seniors as we near graduation, which is always difficult.
No one looks forward to that.
No. Especially when we have seniors that have done so much for us, and it's always hard to replace them. But now is the time where we really look at where we're going to be losing seats and representatives, and how we can go about making sure that coming up in the fall we will be filling them with quality members.
Now, Duane, do you guys kind of recruit for specific seats, or do you just kind of overall recruit and then let the people, once they get in, figure out what they're kind of interested in and good at?
We do recruit overall, but we definitely have a special focus on those seats that are more open. So for instance, VPA, we only have about 3 representatives right now, and there are 10 seats. So obviously we want to have full representation with all the home colleges to accurately represent the students. So a lot of our recruitment efforts this semester have been focused on ESF and VPA mainly. And while we use tabling as our main form of getting out the word to students, we have been lately getting our assembly representatives more involved in getting out of the office and really interacting with students.
Such as Allie going to Washington, D.C., which would be very fun for you.
Yes,
enjoy
indeed.
that. Now, Duane, you've been having some initiatives that you're pushing yourself, so what exactly are you doing with those, and how will those impact the campus?
Yes. So 2 of my main initiatives for my term so far as Vice President have been the RSO Leadership Summit and Residential Condom Initiative. So the RSO Leadership Summit is a time for leaders within RSOs or e-board members of RSOs to really come and interact with student association and really see, what's going on campus and what's going on in the student association. So far, our topics have been PR, so accurately and adequately PRing what events you're having on campus. We had UU come in and actually help other RSOs to learn how to adequately PR for any organization events that they held. And our next one will be a DPS roundtable, in which we'll have RSOs come in and discuss what's going on with the reorganization with DPS. And obviously we've had more DPS alerts and the Shine incident, obviously, that happened. Right. So we would like to take the time to allow RSOs to come in and really see what's going on with DPS.
Now, I know there was a memorial service for a student who died this last week. The memorial service was this week. How was the Student Association involved in that at all? And did you guys attend? Or?
Well, it was a very important service to us because Jason Morales was a very close friend of mine and worked closely with Duane and I, especially during the election season. Although he wasn't a member of SA, he was very adamant about getting involved and having voices of both himself and his friends heard. There was discussion that many people weren't notified soon enough. I know the Falk School, which was his home college, definitely vocalized their disappointments that they didn't know about it until the day of.
Well, our thoughts go out to him and his family. We have to get going, but thank you very much, Allie, and thank you very much, Duane. Thank you for joining us here on SA Today. I'm Chris Luther, and have a fantastic week.